And beer lovers, Jake with superbrewers.com. Today I'm going to talk about making a custom tap handle. The inserts we're going to be using are 3/8 inch 16 threads inside so that they're compatible with the screws that are on top of a standard beer faucet. We're going to start out by finding the center of this piece of wood. If you have something that's a square or rectangle, it's pretty straightforward. You just need to draw a straight line from one corner to the opposite corner. It will be nice and straight, and then once we get the line drawn that direction, we'll need to draw the line going across the opposite corners, and then where the lines intersect will be the center of the piece of wood. The manufacturer recommends using a 1/2 inch drill bit to drill the hole, and so we are going to put the hole as close to that center as we can get it, and you're gonna try to hold the drill perfectly vertical. Couple things that I could have done differently here is it would have been better to not have cut the angle in the wood on the bottom because that made it really unstable. And then the other option is if you have a drill press, that would make it much simpler to keep the wood perfectly vertical as you're drilling. As you can see, I'm struggling with balancing this piece of wood and also exerting enough force to drill the wood and go down far enough. Once you have the hole drilled, then it's going to be time to add the insert. And I found this piece of wood with just a hole drilled through it and a 3/8 inch 16 bolt run through, and then a nut fastened on top. So basically like that, with the board that gives you something to hold on to and provides better leverage. This other one that I did, you might be able to see the brass is actually soft enough it got deformed when I was using a large screwdriver to try to screw that in, and it still worked, but I had to do this other trick with a bolt in order to get it to go all the way into the tap handle. So you just thread that onto the bolt all the way down till it stops, and then you line up the hole and start screwing it in. Now, as you can see, I struggle a little bit with keeping it straight, and some of the reviews that I read for this actually recommend using a 9/16 inch drill bit instead of the 1/2 inch that is recommended by the manufacturer, but I was able to straighten it out and keep going. So I just kept turning until I got the insert threaded in till it was flush with the bottom, and then I just reversed direction and the insert came out with the tap handle. One thing with this design, I cut the 60-degree angle top on it so that there would be space to write something or paint, or you could even put chalkboard paint on there so that you can change what goes on there as you change the beers that are on tap for that faucet. And that's something I am going to add after the fact. This is a handle I am pretty excited about. I hand carved this out of a piece of basswood off of a tree on my father-in-law's land. There is a hole on the bottom of it where I had a screw that held it vertical so I could get a nice spray coat of finish on it. The top's pretty flat, so the drilling will go a lot more smoothly this round than on the piece of wood I was doing before. You basically want to drill deep enough that you'll have plenty of clearance for the insert so that your tap handle can sit flush on top of your faucet, and you just tighten it down until it gets to the point where you want it. The hole from the 1/2 inch bit was pretty tight, so I think it would be a good recommendation to go with a 9/16 inch drill bit for these inserts. It'll make it a lot easier for you to get it threaded into the tap handle. Now that we got it all done, let's pour a beer. I gotta actually build my kegerator since my old one died. So hopefully this helps you if you have an actual working kegerator and you have some ideas for some custom tap handles. All you need is the insert and a drill and you're all set. I really wish this was attached to a beer line. Rope an adventure.